Welcome back to the channel. This is Rich Latta. Today we're going to be talking about what it felt like to make money off my music in 2023. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more. Today we're going to be talking about something important and something worthwhile. So the name of this video is how it felt to make money off my music this year. Maybe the title might be slightly different, but this was one of the first years that I think I tried to really monetize the art. And for musicians and rappers, R&B singers, whatever you do, I can imagine that is if you're someone that's really prideful into the art, you're like, well, I do this for me. I do it because I enjoy it. How do I get myself out there? What does it feel like to, get paid for, the thing you love? Between my production, between selling my music itself, between selling my services as far as like a freelance rap artist, doing themes for people on platforms such as Fiverr, producing for individual artists, producing for companies. This year, but I did quite well for myself. And this year I definitely needed it. I didn't go into this year thinking I was going to lose my father. I knew that a move was on the horizon in 2023, going from Florida to Georgia, but doors kept opening for me, whether ones that I was pushing for that finally opened up a little bit, or ones that just happened to come my way. This year was the first time I ever saw music that I created appear in a video game. I produced 4 songs on a great friend of mine's debut album, Swerve Strickland, who turned out to be the hottest pro wrestler of 2023. And people were consistently going back and streaming, that stuff and the prior work that we've completed together. And my own individual albums where, I was like, yo, why don't I just try to find the people that directly will support it and, care about the time and the passion that I put into it. And as I started seeing, the bank account light up a little bit, kind of felt vindicating in a way. Not that, I didn't think I was good enough to be paid for, the art, because it didn't just feel like I was getting paid for this individual art. I felt like I was getting paid for, the decade plus before that, the 5 years before that, the hours upon hours that I put into this stuff. That's what it seems like I'm being compensated for. It's nice to open up, a check that you get from the mailbox and, there's 4 digits on it for stuff that you have been making and producing and sending out. And, it's really a great feeling to be able to have a little bit extra. And one thing for sure is that it's motivating, because it's like, all right, it's like I've found a way to turn a faucet on and a little bit came out after I've been under the sink with the pipes, playing around with the knobs and making sure everything was synced up right. And I finally struck some water. I'm like, there's got to be more water behind it. That's the biggest thing that I'm kind of feeling right now. Whether it is my own music, which is getting closer by the day, whether it's, I'm landing the right production in a place that either A, will pay me now or pay me later, or open up the doors for, sync opportunities. It's just a really good feeling. I still maintain my 9 to 5 and all that, but I would definitely one day love to support myself and my family through the art and be able to cash in on not only those, as I mentioned, those individual songs, those individual placements. It's like I'm cashing in the retroactive hours. Like, this is back pay almost. So if you're struggling and thinking like, man, when's that first dollar going to come in? When is, some of this going to, come back to me? My advice would be to take a hard look at what you're doing. Be transparent with yourself. If you think it's ready for public consumption, if you think it is something that you are passionate about, you believe in, and you feel like, hey, I think it's time for me to really take it to a next level. Ask yourself, is it worth somebody to go in their pocket to give, the money they work hard for, to give it to you for whatever you provide? If you can answer that honestly, yes, then I would say go for it. And that involves being, solid to the people around you, solid to those that engage with your music, commenting back to them, building those relationships as much as you can, being prepared to not make money. If you're already in a situation where you're not making money, be prepared to never make money. Because I was rapping and was like, yo, I'm rapping to rap, and if the money comes, the money comes. And I don't even think I've tapped into 5% of what's out there. I just believe it is, because I believe that much in my brand, my talent, my production, my rapping ability, and my ability to connect with my audience. And I'm not someone with millions of listeners. I'm not someone who's gone viral or anything. I've spent my time primarily in the shadows, doing the work in the dark that's allowed me to be monetized in the light. First time I started seeing consistent payoffs really made me jump for joy. It inspired me to go harder. And at the same time, it was like, man, not only do I have to continue to make the art not only at this level, but even get better, I have to start taking the business side of it serious as well now, coming up into next year. So I'm excited to learn about, those processes, and, opening my website, and then opening up my merch store. As you guys can see, I got the One Lifetime shirt on. So you guys will be able to support that as well. Opening the business officially, doing all the stuff that's on the other side, until I'm able to hire a team one day when it's too much to handle. Until it's too much to handle, I look forward to the challenge. This has been my most financially successful year that I've ever put in to the craft, as I say. And it really is like Lloyd Banks. There's a hunger for more. Where can I go? Like, what's my limit? What's the peak? I'm eager to find out. Is anyone? What are my capabilities? What is the art that I'm capable of making? What's out there for me? And I'm sure, if you're someone that is feeling like you're on the verge of wondering what's out there for you, stick with it, because it's right there. Like, you never know, like, what door is about to open, because I invested a lot in my equipment and my home studio, and these are things I never really thought about. Is like, all right, how much did I actually put into all this? The camera itself, the microphone, the desk, the PC, all these things that help me create like my individual sounds that I purchased, my VSTs, the DAWs, and all these other acronyms that I do not pirate. So I felt like it was important to, if I was going to start putting out music, I needed to own the means of operations. So I needed to have my own Pro Tools license. I needed to have my FL Studio in order. So in case they're like, hey, where is it? I can show, here's my code, here's my license. All this stuff was made legally. So everyone that's had a hand in supporting my channel, my brand, my music, my production, thank you guys for those opportunities. And I only look forward to more of them. So I'm gonna be ready, no doubt. But I'll holla at y'all. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like this video, and so comment below what you're doing to make it possible for you to monetize your art. If you've already done that, what have you done? Share it below for people to see. So let's get the conversation going. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.